And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Satisfactory. All right, there's our space elevator. So we are way on the what is this? The east side of the base right now. Yeah, more east, some east. And we've got a whole lot of foundations put down underneath this. There's actually 3 normal limestone veins under there. So if we need concrete, we know where to find concrete. And I'm joined in this episode by Os. Yay! So I am literally making just enough steel pipe for our consumption at the moment. So I really don't have any extra steel pipe to make the encased beams, of which we go through thousands of these babies when it comes to the Mark IV conveyor belts. So in order to have thousands of these, this is an ideal place to make them, because we have limestone underneath us, we have 2 normal iron veins over there, and we have a pure coal vein up there. So we have all of the ingredients needed for said encased beams, and then maybe even a little excess of steel, and even better, extra coal for the power to run all of this stuff, because it's going to be a lot of power. So first things first, I want to use the alternate recipe for steel, a la the foundry here. So let me plop one of these babies down. Boom. Okay, alternate steel ingot right here uses 22.5 iron per minute, which is kind of wonky because we're going to be able to produce 30 a minute, and uses 45 per minute of coal. Versus if we just put down, let's put down another foundry and compare that to the regular steel, uses 45 a minute of iron and 45 of coal. So it uses exactly the same amount of coal, uses twice as much iron, and gives you 2 steel. The new one is going to give you 6 steel at 45 a minute. This is 30 a minute. So the alternate recipe uses the exact same amount of coal per minute and gives you 3 times the steel, which is better. I'm going to call that a better recipe, and alternatively uses less iron. So you don't need as much iron. So those normal iron veins are going to do just fine. Let's do alternate steel. Okay. So we're going to need some iron smelting behind the scenes. So 1 iron smelter is actually going to do enough for more than 1 foundry. And I don't know the exact ratio. I'm not good with halves and quarters and how to ratio that out. But in the end, we're going to smelt all of the iron, which 2 normal foundry or 2 normal veins is 240 a minute. That is what? Divide that by 30. Is that 8 smelters worth of iron? I think that's the number, 8. Let's get a couple more foundations out this way. How much concrete do you have on? Oh, I just fell.
I'm out of concrete.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna need lots of concrete for 8 smelters. So I kind of want to bring those in, and I want to do the smelting of the things back in here, because we can just smelt the iron kind of out of the way. So let's, I don't need you to line up. I just need you to behave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a lot of iron smelters. So each one of these is 30. I mean, we could do an alternate iron, but that would require some copper, and I just don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with that. So with 8 of these, I'm guessing we're net gain of 7.5. So let's just math this out. Okay, if we have one foundry takes 22.5. Okay, one smelter does 30. So that's a net gain of 7.5. I think I'm right about that.
Yep.
Okay. So we have 8 smelters. So what's 7.5 times 8? That's 7.5. That's 15, 30. That's 60.
60?
It's that extra 60 iron. So that's an extra almost 3 foundries. So we can not only have the 8 foundries for these, but we can have an extra 2. We can have 10 foundries all producing steel. The problem is coal. 10 foundries would take 450 coal. Well, that is a pure node up there. So, I mean, the unboosted, we're looking at 240 a minute. Okay, the maximum that we can push, absolute maximum, end game, is 450 per minute. Because that's a Mark 4 belt. Which leaves no extra, coal for power at all. So I think we're, instead of maxing the foundries and doing like 10 foundries, I think we'll just do like, I mean, each one of these is going to produce 45 a minute of steel. That's a lot of steel. Each one of these is going to support 3 steel beam makers. That's a lot. So I think 8 foundries. What do you think? 8 foundries. We're not going to tap out the iron at all, but it'll leave a little extra coal for power, and that's, I think, important.
Yeah, we should probably only start with 4 though, because we can't max it out at 450 yet.
Right. But I want to make sure to leave the space that we need.
Yeah.
So do you want to set up the mergers and the splitters on all these smelteries?
Sure
And start running. We'll get power going. The whole system will come online sort of all at once. And then we want all the iron to run into a storage. And, you know, we might as well have some storage. You know, why not? Let's run this in over here. So all the output, all the iron can go into here. And then let's plan on having some legit things going on here. So that'll be that. And let's run this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I might have to bounce these foundries a little further away from that bus line. But I'd never try to do super compact designs because it always bites me in the end. It always is like, oh, you want to do this? Oh, we need more space. Oh, you didn't leave yourself any more space? So, fun times. Okay. So, how many Mark III belts can I put down? Ooh, not very many. So we're going to have iron coming in the bottom here. Oh, did I count that out wrong? Okay, well, let's... I did count that out wrong. Let's make that a little bit more sane. Okay, so you trying to space these. So there's a little gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right in here is where we have to be. So I was off by just a little bit. Actually, let's first make sure that can go up. Okay, good. And then these can stretch over. So iron is going to come in this direction. Coal is going to come in from over here to go over to this side. So if we want to get coal running, I think right... we go coal right to... oh, I can't afford it. I need more reinforced plate. And I don't have any reinforced plate. I'm not running all the way back for reinforced plate, so I'll help set this up here. So steel is coming out. Let's get mergers going. Now we want to give ourselves some room here because we can put four more of these on, and I don't know what the spacing is, and I really don't want to deal with that right now. So I'm going to go way over here. Give ourselves ample amount of space. And just pretend that we have more mergers in there, right? Just pretend that. Now these are gonna produce so much steel. It's gonna be glorious, like so good. Alternate steel. 45 a minute, so 45. That's 90. That's 180 steel per minute right there. That's pretty good, I have to say. That's really good. Now splitters, we're gonna want. I'm gonna go on this side so I can see the belts. So iron split there, coal split there. Okay, so we need 45 and 22. So we don't actually need to use anything other than the Mark I conveyors, which will save me some resources. All right, so that is all those recipes are good. I think Oz might have set all these recipes, which is good.
No, I hadn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Should have thought of that.
Yeah, most of these are set to iron.
Oh, strange.
I might have done that.
Must have.
Yeah. It's way easier to do that when there's no conveyor belts in the way. So it's like, okay. So as far as power goes, let's get some Mark II poles. One in between each set of these should be good. Now we don't really have a whole lot of power to spare. So I think on this, well, What do we want to... We want to nab some coal for power. Do you have any reinforced plate?
Yep.
Can you connect that copper or coal up to the top level there? We can put a splitter in here. To pull coal out. Now, how many foundations do I have left? We need to stretch this out so we can put some coal generators on over here. Because we are tickling the limits of our power right now. And I know when those foundries and stuff, when all that stuff kicks on, it's going to be really bad. Let's get a coal generator. I mean, let's need to get something up and running.
I got materials if you want me to build more.
All right, I just ran out of frames. So splitter, we're gonna have this guy come in right behind here. So he'll split there. That direction this way. Flip him around. All right. Now we have some potential. Let's get these hooked up. Let's see, I'm gonna do one on each one of these because I want ample connectivity in here. I hate trying to search for power pole connections. Okay, now a master connection. We got to try to get up and over that.
Need one in between on the ramp here. I don't have the concrete.
Put it right on that little jog right there. Okay. Now, do I have any coal on me? I think I dumped all my coal. It would literally take one piece of coal to fire this whole thing up because the miner's hooked up, so it would inevitably send, maybe one coal down.
I dumped 10 in there, so there it goes.
There it goes. There's some coal coming in. I don't know why I move faster than the stuff on the belt. I wonder if that's a bug or... When I'm not walking forward, I'm on the belt and I move faster than all that stuff on there. All right, sent down to here. Now this isn't all hooked up to our main base yet. So it's an individual, it's a unique network. And now we should be 150 megawatts. And then lastly, 200 megawatts as soon as they get power. And then I think there's fifth on here. Is there only 4? 1, 2.
5.
Yeah, there is a fifth. So 250 megawatts. Yes. All right, let's go over here. And did he do power for the smelters?
No. Out of smelt.
Okay. Now let's do a 1 pull for every 2 smelters. And right there. How about you have power going over to the miners?
Yep.
Where is that being hooked up at? Oh, you have it up and over. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Why are these saying no power?
Just hadn't connected the final one yet.
Ah, yes. Bingo. Oh, now we're using some power. Now we're up to 68 megawatts. Yes. And now these guys no power. Let's go out. And I think the best bet would be here to there. Oh yeah. Here we go. Ingots coming in. Two. 3. Why are these going so slow? Here a Mark II. Here a Mark II. Here a Mark II. I might want to get a little bit of Mark III going here. Just for funsies. Oh, now coal is an issue. What on coal? Okay, there we go. Much better. All right, now, again, we're gonna pretend that there is a line of foundries out to here. Now we need to think about concrete, and that's all underneath us. That shouldn't be too hard. What a normal vein of that
should be 120.
Yeah, it'll be 120. What does the constructor need for concrete? Let me just drop one of these quickly down. Concrete. Oh, of course it's going to be ever so slightly off kilter. So yeah, this is 40. Is one of these uses 45 per minute of limestone. So if each one of those is 120, 45 and 45 is 90. So we might have to overclock them to get a perfect ratio, or just not care. So each one of those will have a minimum of two constructors to make concrete, and then we can work on the concrete encased steel beam maker here. I think for now, I'm going to toss down a storage for steel. Like right here. like so. Just to keep that system up and running. How are you guys doing on your... Okay. We're using about half of the power that we're generating over here, believe it or not. And once we get the extra high level conveyor belts, that's literally what this whole outpost is for, is crafting the encased beams that we're gonna need to make all of those things. And if you just run the encased beams back to base, that's a huge amount of compression for the goods. Like, so much material goes into one of those that it would take you several belts worth of materials just to equal that production. So it's way smarter to just roll in the encased beams into the main base than it is to, you know, not do that, I guess is the word I'm looking for. The other thing we're going to need are pipe makers. So if we go to constructor, I have a little bit of stuff I can use for those. So each one of these makes 45 per minute of steel. So each one can handle 3 pipe makers. Well, let's see what our ratios are. Oh, I can't make an assembler. Can you put down an assembler just anywhere? Do you have enough frames?
There you go.
So the alternate encased industrial beam uses 20 concrete per minute, of which each crafter gives us 15, and 36 per minute of pipe, of which each crafter gives us 15. So we could either underclock this to get it exactly 30 pipe, so the ratios are good, or we could overclock it, and then we'd have to inevitably overclock the whole production line. So I think we might want to underclock things in order to get exactly 30 per minute of steel pipe. So I'm going to grab that. That'll give me the resources for it. So I can then, if each one of these is going to need 3 crafters, I'm going to start way over here for the steel pipe. So our steel is going to come in right there. This is kind of a zigzaggy design for this process. Now, either we could run steel down the middle or wrap steel around. I think I'm gonna wrap it around when the time comes to expand this setup. So 2, 3, I'm gonna run out of reinforced plate. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 3 more of these.
All right.
You gotta face them the right way. There you go. Okay, so each one of these is going to be steel pipe. Oh, he was already setting the recipe. Awesome.
Little glitch here. It's saying floor too steep. If you want to try and set that one.
I'll try it. First get the right thing.
Weird.
Multiplayer weirdness. Steel
Huh,
pipe.
I think it's doing it for this one too.
Steel pipe. Steel pipe. Can't. Right there. Oh, no.
Yeah, it won't place it in the right spot.
Huh.
It's the first time I've seen that specific glitch.
Okay, that's 8 pipe constructors. This is glorious. No, I need Mark III belt right there. That's what I need. That's a regular conveyor belt. Do I have enough? I do. Nice. All right. Now I need a lot of things. I need so many resources. I think I'm gonna go back to base and re up all my things, because yeah, I need a lot of things, and I've got limestone sitting in me, and wood and leaves and all that kind of stuff. So that's gonna do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.